Welcome to another episode of LEGO Worlds. In this episode, we will be building from scratch something a little different. So I was trying to wonder what I should build for this episode. And I thought I would base it off one of my favorite TV series. So first I had to flatten the ground to make a foundation to build on. Seeing that I wasn't sure how big I was going to build it. Now I'm going through the menu to pick out the Lego pieces I need to build what I'm gonna build. So I'm going to start off with a 1x10 flat plate thing. And I'm going to use that as my marking point structure of how I'm going to build it. I mean, you don't have to use the pieces I used to do it as different ways of doing it, but I chose to do it this way and see how well it holds up. So basically I'm making a little foundation or platform to sit my project on, which now I'm using a 1x12 brick. And what I was thinking of building was a sort of a circle shape, but it's very hard to do. So I decided to use the 1x3 inverter to make a circle. We'll start making the circle, which wasn't easy. And what I'll eventually have done is make a complete circle. And I wasn't sure how high I wanted to make the circle because I want to be able to walk through it. Then I used a 1x3 brick to build upwards. Because you guys are probably wondering, what am I building? Which I'm going to save that to the end. I mean, what I wanted to build was hard to do, and you're very limited in Lego pieces on what you can do. But I was kind of surprised that I actually built this, and I'm happy with what I have so far. I'm hoping later down the road they'll add more Lego pieces to play with. So basically, I'm now doing the top part of the circle. Now I'm going to do the other side of the circle, so they match. And then I'm going to link that together using a 1x12 brick. Or 1x10 brick. It doesn't matter which one you use. Now I'm just going to build the circle up a little bit. Now I got my circle done. And then I can jump through it. Now comes the tricky part. I'm gonna build a ramp. Now the ramp seems to be a little bit easier to make than the circle. Depending on what pieces you're using. I mean, it's not the ramp I wanted, but it's doable. Now I'm going to use a 2x3 slope. To make it look like a realistic ramp. And then I'm just going to put some flats to make it look smooth, so it doesn't have those bumpy edges. So now it looks like I have a real ramp. Now I'm just going to remove some of the bumpy edges. So that doesn't look that bad. It's missing something. It's missing pretty much the lights. And seeing that I can't put the Lego blocks the way I want them, I'm just improvising a small scale version of what this is supposed to be. By now you guys, but I know what it is already by looking at the structure. For those that don't know what it is, we'll have to wait. So yeah, it's difficult to add lights to this thing. I had to climb on top of it and estimate where it goes. Which that was the wrong place to put it in, so now I have to move it and try again. Once I do that side, I gotta do it to the other side. Which is not easy. So yeah, now I got my lights up there. But I'm still not done. Now comes the fun part. That's right, we're going to use the paint tool. And we're going to paint it stone color. Because it's almost matches the color it's supposed to be. So now I paint each separate brick this color. Well, the round circle part anyway. Which I will say that building from scratch and painting is very time consuming. And the reason I haven't put up a video is because I wanted to try and do another build to correspond with this episode, which I have a couple of... Well, I don't have a couple of builds. I have one character customization, and I have one other build that I attempted at. It didn't come out the way I wanted it to, because the pieces I probably need ain't in the game. But it's as close to a scale model as I can get. Which I'm still happy with the attempt I did. I noticed the bricks they put into this game was meant for building. I noticed the bricks they put in were meant for building buildings and houses. I think the audio's patched up, but that's fine. So I'm just gonna paint this whole entire ring just this one color. I wasn't sure what to build exactly, and the reason I chose something from a TV series is because, one, I was a fan of it, and two, I wanted to try and bring a creation from the TV series into my game world. And I've seen people do some pretty cool stuff with Legos, believe it or not, in this video game. And I want to do something a little different from what everyone else did. So I tried my best to create this thing. And you're probably wondering why I'm painting the bricks, why I didn't pick the color of the bricks I wanted to use. Well, the reason I'm painting the bricks is because the paint gun has more color palette than bricks. So I get that extra color palette and choices to choose from. I mean, yeah, I could have just went and say, okay, I want this color brick. And kept changing the colors that way, but I noticed that the color palette for the bricks are very smaller than the paint gun provides. The paint gun does take a longer time to use, so if you have the spare time and you want to use the paint gun, go right ahead. Or if you want to do a quick build and not worry too much about the paint gun, you can go and choose the bricks from the color bricks they offer using their paint palette. So yeah, right now I'm trying to get the hard to reach area. And paint it almost like a blackish. It's not gold black, I know that. But using the tools helped me familiarize myself with the different tools. I know everybody's expecting to do speed build in this game. Which, yes, it can be done. Because I've been practicing speed building. It's very hard to do, though, because if you don't have it lined up the right way, or you accidentally hit your controller stick, it will throw the whole speed build off. And what's funny is these two orange spiders are admiring my work over here. So I'm pretty sure you guys probably have no idea what I'm building. Probably saying, what is that? And that's a good question. Once I'm done painting, I'll try and tell you what it is. Which I think it came out pretty good. I mean, I have to go back and fix the one thing later because I messed up on something. But I can fix it at any time. Which I want to test out if I can override a save copy file at this point, because if not, it's going to just take up room. which is okay. I mean, I don't mind it taking up room, but it'd be interesting. So yeah, now I'm pretty much done painting it. That is a StarGate from SG1, which is a pretty good TV series. Now I'm going to customize my character to look like one of the StarGate characters. Which is very hard to choose the pieces I wanted, because I was trying to think, well, what would a Lego StarGate character look like? I mean, I got all these things available, but what would a StarGate Lego character look like? And I looked at the options, like thought about some things. I was pretty happy the way the customization came out. Of the character. I mean, it's not like they have a military uniform in the game or not game, so I had to customize it to where it comes close to SG1. I mean, some of my options look pretty cool, but not SG1-ish. So it took me a while to pick out like certain things I wanted. And as you can see, the character is actually coming along. It's pretty much like guesswork when you customize a character, because you want it to look like something from a TV series, or you want it to look like a certain way, and you have all these customizations available to you, and it's hard to choose from, and then one just stands out at you and it says, yes, this is the piece we're going to be using for our character. And that's what I pretty much did, was picked out pieces that stood out to me as best as possible. And we're pretty much done with this character. I saved him to my customized file, because he's part of my new playset. And yes, that is a fully functional StarGate. You can actually see I got the gate up and running, which is probably pretty neat that you can walk through it. And that's me and my StarGate character. Now here, you're probably saying, why am I painting this ugly, ugly thing here? I didn't show the building process of this because it's a mess. It's not what I wanted, and I wanted it to come as close to a glider as possible. So I had to improvise. I really mean improvise in color. Colors it's hard to do because I was looking online at actual pictures and I was going to use my DVD set to see what exactly are the colors that I can use to make the glider or come close to the glider. Well, I looked at the colors and it was a tough choice. You could pick quite a few colors and I chose this color. It's not a white, it's more of like a blue type color. You know, on my screen it does look white, but it is, believe it or not, it is considered a blue type color. It's a miniature, really miniature glider from SG1. I didn't even gonna let you try and guess what it is because it looks like a mess. I know. Because the pieces I was like looking for would like help you like bend the wings in certain ways and stuff, and I was thinking, oh, well, if we had that, it would be easier, but no, I couldn't bend the wings. The wings are straight. But that's fine. I mean, it's just a little model scale. Eventually, if I go back later on, I will probably try and figure out how to make it better. So you can see how it's painting some stuff gold, because one picture showed like a grayish gold to it, and it's like, oh, I like the grayish gold part to it. And the fact is, I made it like a bluish white gold instead. But in the back I put like little exhaust vents, because you can't really see the back of the glider, but I'm pretty sure there's some type of exhaust vents back there. So I made them black, so it looks like exhaust vents. That's my idea of a glider. Sorry if it doesn't look like a glider. I tried my best, you know. Like I said, you're very limited in what you can use in this game. And I decided I'm going to add this to my set. So this is my SG1 set for right now. There is a couple of pieces I will be making from SG1 in the near future. I know that doesn't look like much of a glider, but that's as best as I can do. What happened? So yeah, that's my first attempt is trying to make a glider. So this is my StarGate collection altogether. I got the StarGate, I got glider, and one StarGate personnel Lego person. And that's it for this video. See you next time.